Okay, right here I have a call with Officer Loredo. Officer Loredo with the UT Southwestern Police Department on their diversion line. They have for me the phone number for this one is, let's see, see if I can find it. Let's see if I can look it up. It is 214-633-1626. It's a diversion line. And let's go ahead and listen to this conversation, which I keep pretty short.
Yeah.
Dear, why do you keep hanging up on me?
Because I don't like you anymore.
Why don't you like me anymore?
Because you're dishonest. That's why.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I've been the only one that you
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask you. Did they file the criminal complaints and create cases for
Well, I
them?
need to check on that.
Okay, go check on
Don't
it.
give me any time to do
Last time I talked to you, I think it was a day ago, maybe two. At least a day
No,
ago.
actually, we spoke yesterday.
Yeah, okay, we spoke yesterday, so you didn't check on it.
You haven't asked me that.
I asked you to do it yesterday.
Again.
That was the last thing. Hey, babe. Hey, you know what? Other than the chief, that's the only other thing I've asked you to do.
Yeah, and I told you I'd call you
Okay,
back.
so now write it down. Write it down. Go check on the criminal complaints and give me the case numbers. Okay, I'm gonna file hire law enforcement. Goodbye.
All right, so this is Officer Loredo, and she does that pretty consistently. She's a stall bot. Says she's gonna try to get a meeting set with the chief of police. My intent is to just go down there and find out if the chief of police is getting the criminal complaints filed, and most of the criminal complaints have to do with his own department. So we need to get that taken care of. Let's see what we have here. All right, so this, I don't know how to pause my work here, which I did. Let's see if we can go ahead and add another display onto this. So I can do window capture, I can do browser capture, and then I can do display capture with a camera. Video capture device, there we go. Add existing. Okay, there we go. So there's my camera. Okay, we're gonna add that, add me to this whole thing. I'll put myself over here. Let's do another one. Alright, here's another one.
Well, I'm having difficulty filing criminal complaints, and I want to sit down and meet with somebody. Here, I'll call you right back. 1 second.
There we go. Here's the call here.
All right. Hey, whoop, calling you right back. Calling you right back. Hey, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Hey, okay.
There we go. There's another one there. Yeah, so I have stage 4 cancer, and I'm trying to get these criminal complaints filed. Let's see if I have quite a few of them. Let me see if I can grab a sheet. This is running. Go ahead and enjoy the audio.
Mr. Safer?
Yes, speaking. 1 second. Hey, yeah, I'm here. Hey, can I schedule time to meet with whoever's the highest ranking officer over there?
Okay, so Mr. Safer, at this time, nobody is over here accepting meetings.
Oh, that's fine. That so who yes, but who would that be? Like, who would I schedule a meeting with though? Because it doesn't have to be tonight. Hey, it doesn't have to be tonight. I can schedule it for tomorrow.
No, sir, I do understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is at this time, they're not accepting your case.
Why not?
Due to all your cases being referred over to the legal affairs office, there's somebody here that.
All my cases, look, you said all my cases, but all my complaints aren't even filed yet. My complaints aren't even filed yet. Legal affairs isn't taking them. So that's why I want to meet with somebody down there to show them
It's
everything.
odd, isn't it?
I want to show somebody everything.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Cypher, at this time, everything has been referred over to the legal affairs.
But that means that my criminal complaints are in the hands of someone that's
so I'm
actually
just
listed
struggling
as
to
the chief criminal.
file anything with these people.
Legal affairs is the chief criminal. So that doesn't make any sense. That's why I want to meet with someone at the police department, because the police department is supposed to be over legal affairs when it comes to the penal code.
All right, sir. So unfortunately, that's just not how our department is, and we.
Yeah, I love that line right there.
So I think, unfortunately,
So this is what's wrong.
Okay, wait. So that doesn't make any sense. That's why I want to meet with someone at the police department, because the police department is supposed to be over legal affairs when it comes to the penal code.
Okay, this is where
All right, sir. So
I'm gonna take a look at
that's
it.
just not how our department is, and we at this time are not accepting meetings. So I think, unfortunately, this is not an emergency. The only thing.
Okay, wait. Let's stop. Okay, so how is your department set up?
All right.
Mr. Cypher,
So-
But how is your department set up?
These are the types of issues that they're looking at, that I need people to look at, are the obstruction of justice, the official misconduct, the violation of notification duty, criminal. That one I need to do more research on. I'm not a lawyer, so they should be able to get all this stuff too. But let's say we take just the civil rights aspect of it. Federal law exposure, civil rights ADA pattern practice. Civil rights exposure is 42 USC 1983. Okay, that provides cause of action against state officials and local government entities for their deprivation of rights, privileges, or immunities by the Constitution and federal law. When government officials establish a policy, custom, or practice that systematically deprives individuals the right to be heard, especially for the purpose of repeated constitutional violations, municipal liability can attach under Monell Department of Social Services, provided that the unconstitutional action is the result of official policy being repeated and tolerated custom. That is what we have right here. Okay. Let's go and give another one a listen. Meantime, take that over here. And this is what I call legal affairs.
Call them again.
This believes to be a legal affairs call.
Boom.
Should be me calling legal affairs. I'm call blocking.
Yes. Oh, hung up over here.
Yep. That's
What do you know?
the police department.
That's
Police
right.
department hanging up right away.
Oh, can we get it?
It's just
There,
absurd.
too much
Like,
shine.
trying
There
to
we
call
go.
in criminal
number.
complaints.
All right, so we're gonna call them. Here. And then the ring.
Let's go ahead.
And hang up.
I'm gonna make myself another
There we go.
legal affairs contact,
Put on speaker.
because I don't know what to do exactly.
That's calling the UC Southwestern Police Department.
I
That's
tell my
calling the
wife
police
I know what to
department.
do, but I really don't.
You wanna call them? You know, it's illegal for a police department to do this, right? Oh, drop this stuff. Work on the hand stuff. All right.
Okay.
Try one more time.
We'll go to
Maybe they'll give up. Okay, you're going to a post call legal affairs, right? All right, so let's call legal affairs.
okay. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
All
gonna call
right,
legal
so-
affairs. I'll go to voicemail. Won't get anybody. Even I'm star
Done.
67.
Done.
Okay, buddy. But guess what I can do?
Done.
I'll go
Okay.
call. They'll go to Chrome.
Okay,
Go to
go like
Chrome.
that.
The party you have called, UT Southwestern Medical Center, Office for the Vice President of Legal Affairs, cannot be reached. You may leave a message or transfer to another extension. To leave a message, begin speaking at the tone. When you have finished, push star, then pound,
Okay.
or just hang
Seven
up.
voice.
To transfer out of expressions, push
I'm
0.
gonna call it from a different number. All right, what's my Chrome number? So it's 214.
No 67.
214.
I'm gonna call this one legal affairs. Also legal affairs. No 67.
I
Let me see
can't
if I
remember the
can
number.
get that on here.
Back. Okay, 214.
So I'm gonna try to make this one. Can you see
214.
that? All right. So
648.
making a new contact for Office of Legal Affairs. This one will not have the star 67.
Okay, 648.
So you can see the difference between them.
I do it.
If I create a new phone number, I'll probably get through.
All right, so this is Chrome. Oh, there's.
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and save that.
Oh, it probably already got picked up.
There we go.
The party you have called
UT Southwestern Medical Center, Office for the
See, I go
Vice
straight to
President of
voicemail,
Legal
right?
Affairs.
cannot be reached. You may leave a message or transfer to another extension. To leave a message, begin speaking at the tone. When you have
Straight to
finished,
voicemail.
push star, then pound, or just hang up. To transfer out of expressions, push 0.
Okay. Sorry
Okay.
about that. Not an expert at this stuff. Recently, I was only up till
You may
recently, I
replay
couldn't
this
use the
message,
computer.
continue recording it, indicate that you
so I
finished
had
recording it,
miracle
or
that I
delete
could do
it. To
something.
replay the message, push 7, then 3. To continue recording, push 1. If you have finished recording, push pound. To delete the message, push. To add more destinations, push 5. To mark the message urgent, push 3. Enter the extension where your message should be delivered, and then push to add more destinations, push 5. To mark the message urgent, push 3. For regular delivery, push pound. To delete the message, push 6.
Okay. So what I do? I'll put it down.
This message will be sent by regular delivery. You may now leave a message for another mailbox, transfer out, or disconnect from expressions. To leave a message for another mailbox, push pound. To transfer out of expressions, push 0. To disconnect, push 6. Invalid entry. Invalid entry. You may now leave a message for another mailbox, transfer out, invalid entry. You may now leave a message for another mailbox, transfer out, or disconnect from expressions. To leave a message for another mailbox, push pound. To transfer out of expressions, push 0. To disconnect,
So
push
more
6.
documentation here. I'm preparing.
Please dial the extension where you would like to leave a message and
Okay. If I'm not getting anybody,
you dial
let me go pause that one. Let me make do a real-time call right here.
To reach an operator, push 0 or hold the line.
Okay, let's pause this one. Alright, so now if I do a real live call off my phone right now to the Office of Legal Affairs. Oh, no, 67. Done. Alright, so now if I go to contacts. Okay. Oh, how do I find that? Okay, it's no 67. Let's go and edit that one. Okay, so this is a live call to the Office of Legal Affairs.
The party you called is not accepting calls from this
Hear
phone
that?
number. The party you called is not accepting calls from this phone number.
That is a live call to the UT Southwestern Office of Legal Affairs. Try that again. There's the phone number. Oh,
is not accepting calls from this
So I'm
phone
supposed to
number.
call legal affairs, right? Okay, and I'll call the police department today on September 4th. September 4th, I'll call the police department again. And just double check with them. Okay. Alright, police. 311. Oh, okay. Okay, let's call them. Calling the UT Southwestern Police Department. Let's see how this call goes.
UT Police?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good evening, Mr. Myra. You've been instructed to contact legal affairs.
No.
Go ahead and have a great day.
I just tried to contact legal affairs. Okay. Hi, I just tried to contact legal affairs. My phone number
Good
is
evening,
blocked.
Mr. Byron.
Ma'am, I just tried to contact legal affairs. My phone number is blocked. Can you help?
been instructed
Hey, can
to
you
contact
give me a
legal affairs.
wait? Can
Go
you
ahead
take a
and have a
message
great
for me?
night, okay?
Can you take a message for me to give to legal affairs? Okay. Hi, I don't want to keep doing this. Ma'am, can you take a message for me to give to legal affairs?
Mr. Byron, I am
Ma'am,
unable to
wait,
do
can you
that.
take a message? Can you take a message for me?
You're going to have to call them and leave a voicemail.
But I can't leave a voicemail for them because my phone number is blocked. I can do star
Okay,
67, but they don't
you
return.
can
They don't
email
return
Mr.
those
Byron.
calls. They don't return my calls. They haven't returned my calls since July.
Okay,
I
have
look.
you
I have
contacted
stage
email?
4. I have stage 4 cancer. I have stage 4 cancer. I suffered injuries while I was at the hospital, and my it's not certain that I'm going to be alive for that long. I have a very aggressive cancer. I'd like to get the status of my criminal complaints. I don't think I need legal affairs to find out whether or not the cases are on record with the police department, because I'm the number one witness. So can you get my case numbers from legal affairs then?
Mr. Byron, have you tried to send them an email?
I'm very certain. Like, either they're blocked or they don't respond. I've been sending emails since probably since July 11th.
Okay, so unfortunately, that is out of the scope of my job. You were instructed to contact
But
legal affairs.
how is it in your scope of your job to hang up on me? You've hung up on me so many times. How is that the scope of your job?
Mr. Byron, you were instructed to contact legal affairs.
But who's giving the instruction?
You were instructed to
But
contact legal affairs.
who's giving the instruction? Who?
The person who handles your call.
Or who's giving you the instruction?
Mr. Byron, whatever's going on with your case, we were told for you to contact legal affairs.
Ma'am, there is no evidence that
I'm
there,
not privy to
ma'am,
give you that background
there is,
information on
ma'am,
who's
who's
out
giving,
what information.
ma'am, who's
You
giving,
were instructed to contact
okay,
legal affairs.
that's
You can't
fine,
reach my phone,
that's
try
fine,
email.
okay, what's your name?
Mr. Byron, go ahead and have a great day.
What's
okay?
your name,
Thank
ma'am?
you.
See, they won't give their name or anything else. Here, let's do another one. Let's try this one. Here's Lieutenant Loredo again.
Okay, yeah, can you please identify yourself?
Now let's listen
Okay,
to that for a
Lieutenant
while.
Laredo, great. I was just
Just for-
talking to the state police about you. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Excellent.
They just don't care.
Lieutenant Laredo. That saves me in trouble going back through my recordings, catch your name. Alright, so Lieutenant Laredo. And is that standard spelling? L-A?
Hello.
L-O?
Yes.
Alright, perfect. Hey, can we pray together? Because I prefer to do that.
You know, if that's gonna help you or help me.
Yeah, it's gonna help us both. Prayer is usually good for people. Like,
Okay.
hey, ma'am, let me let you know something. I'm not even mad at anybody. All right, I just want to do the right thing. Like, people, what they do is they have this image of me that they've concocted. It's not even me. All right, so let's. Okay, would you like to start the prayer?
Actually, you start.
All right. Our Father, thank you so much for bringing us together right here. It makes more sense to talk to people than to fight with people. I know that you've given us moral guidelines and moral boundaries for a reason, and as long as we stay within those boundaries, good things will come to us. Please chase me if I get off the path. And thank you so much for this woman. Please bless her and please bless her family. If she has any illnesses, please hold her hand as she walks through them and give her the strength and let her know that even the roughest nights are going to turn into the smoothest mornings. In the name of Jesus Christ, we pray, amen.
Amen.
You can feel free to speak. I'm not going to bite you. I
want to hear you out. Obviously, I feel that.
Okay, this the date of this.
So I want to.
Let's just pause that for a second.
Well, ma'am,
She keeps saying, "I want to hear you out." Okay, this call is going to go about 38 minutes. The date of this call is September the 2nd, 2025. All right, so I spoke to her again on the 4th, and we're still at the same place. She's supposed to be getting a meeting set up with the chief of police, but shoot, I scroll down here, look at the calls going back to oh man, I must have been calling them. I've been calling them since like the 16th. Okay, let's go ahead and keep that one going. Okay, let's go back up just a little bit. This is again Officer Loredo. Where she's gonna say that she just wants to hear me out. So I'm gonna talk for about 38 minutes. She thinks she's soothing me. It's ridiculous. Like she honestly thinks that she's accomplishing some goal. And then her goal is just to stall me. You can feel free to speak. I'm not gonna bite you. I
want to hear you out. Obviously, I feel that you haven't been heard, so I want to give you that opportunity.
Well, ma'am, I'll say the problem is that I think I did get heard. About a month ago, I sent over an email with some of the crimes that were committed against me and my family, and they're substantial. UT Southwestern is probably looking at a $20 to $40 million lawsuit from me. I'm just trying to peck it around the edges to figure out when the police officers are going to realize that they've been thrown under the bus. That's what I've been talking to the state police about and other police officers, is that the amount of risk that the legal affairs department is willing to give to their police department. Because what they've done is before they gave you guys the instruction to have all the calls come to legal affairs, they've never responded to me. I actually contacted them before I contacted you because I didn't want there to be like a big criminal investigation or anything like that. I've been trying to avoid this, and I still am. It's just nobody wants to get off the tracks, So, but with where legal affairs is, I have no choice but to file charges to move forward. I'm and everyone says go to federal court. So there's $20 to $40 million case, but money's not the most important thing. That's what most people do. They want to go to a lawyer. They want to get a whole bunch of money.
Right.
And what would I be teaching my son?
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, Mr. Snifford.
But when you're doing the things that you're doing as far as the phone calls, you're really not getting the people that you feel you need.
I need the police, ma'am. Ma'am, I need law enforcement. I need the police. I need the police to execute their duty under the law. Oh, okay. All right. So let me pull up the charges here. So for Texas Penal Code 2204, that was my first call. It wasn't handled very well. That was when I was left laying in my urine in the hospital. That was on July 5th. And I called the police, and I called at 5:08, and the officer showed up at 8:50 or 8:45, and he showed up with hospital operations. So he had been delayed. Initially I called the Dallas Police Department, and they transferred me over to the UT Southwestern Campus Police, because I didn't know there was campus police. And then the dispatch, I called 5 times, and dispatch every time told me that they were dispatching. But it turns out that I have a sneaky suspicion that they weren't going to show up unless hospital operations knew, because there was actually a real problem. And the officer told me that that charge depended on the mental state of the perpetrator, and like without any consideration for the fact that I was paralyzed on one side of my body, and I was laying in my own urine for about a half hour, because quite honestly, she had a bad day. Like, I'm a very frustrating person to talk to, because I hold my ground, and I hold people accountable. People don't like to be held accountable. I have issues with my wife right now as a consequence of this, because I was very ill. I've had cancer for 4.5 years. I think you said you're a cancer survivor as well.
No.
Oh no, you're not. Who did I talk to as a cancer survivor? So I was talking to someone else that's a cancer survivor today. I'm sorry about confusing you. Well, so that was an incident one, and that's minor, right? That's just be a misdemeanor anyway. Well, then I have this other one that I'm working on, where my oncologist, Dr. Dowell, he made a mistake, and mistakes I can, I'm really forgiven about. Like about February 2025, he switched me from brigatinib to lorlatinib for my cancer treatment. And now people on lorlatinib are supposed to go crazy. That's what everybody's going to claim, that I'm on lorlatinib and I'm just out of my mind and stuff like that. But what I discovered like a couple of years ago was that Pfizer didn't give the right safety protocols on the medication. So I built my own safety protocols within UT Southwestern. They also say that I hate doctors. Man, I've hired more of your doctors than probably anybody else. At one point, I think I had 24 doctors over there. And I probably had about 24. No, I had 12 doctors, and then I had about another 12 specialists. Because I work on my problems. I find the weaknesses, and whatever's the worst problem, I work on. Like this last time I was in the hospital, I was paralyzed on my right side, my right arm and my right leg. Was it 3 years ago? I was paralyzed completely in my left arm, and you can come back from those things. Like my vocal cord was paralyzed, and now my vocal cord is working again. I've had 2 surgeries on it where they put some temporary plating into it, and then just mysteriously it started working. So I'm real happy about that. So you get to hear my voice a lot more, and that's kind of why I sound like I'm pushing my voice. It's because it's not 100%, but it works. So this Dr. Dow, what he did was a mistake. He missed something called a temper test, and that temper test is to test your genes to find out, whether or not you're immune to the medication. So I was on this medication, brigatinib, for about a year, and I couldn't use my hands for more than 3 days out of the week because they swell up like alligator hands. Now that's not really relevant to you, but it comes into play later. Before I was on brigatinib, I was on lorlatinib, and then after the tumors came back, he put me back on lorlatinib, and that means that the lorlatinib had never stopped being effective. But he put me on at a half dose, and when he put me on at a half dose, like during that time frame of that shift, there's like a 4-week window, and like my cancer is very aggressive, and I ended up with brain tumors. I had about 40 falls, like full falls, like breaking furniture kind of falls, like breaking tables falls, and that's how I ended up in the hospital on July 5th. And then, so with that test, I let them know, hey man, you screwed up. And I've recorded conversations with the guy because I did a podcast with him, and I've always talked about I want evidence-based treatment for my care. Well, I'm looking at my notes now, and then like he's been selling me down the road for a while as being crazy, and he started selling me down the road really hard after I said he might be guilty of medical malpractice, which he's probably guilty of. And then I was on this medication called Zydus. I just found that out. I never knew I was on the medication. It's an antipsychotic, but if you're not psychotic, what it does is it destabilizes your mood. They were giving it to me for 3 days without my consent or knowledge. That's bad. For 3 days. But I don't really crack in terms of my reasoning, and that frustrates people because I'll stay here. Like I'll stay with you all day. I don't get tired. Like that's a I had a brain tumor before, and on my pineal gland, so I don't actually feel time. So I can. That's why I can do.
You don't feel tired?
No, not at all.
Or you don't ever get tired?
No, I get tired right before I go to sleep, but all through the day, not tired one bit. Like not my mind doesn't get tired. I have to sit down, so I can stay up 36, 48 hours, no problem. It doesn't even bother me. So I'm supposed to be out of my mind, but I built safeguards. And with those safeguards in place, like I take dinosepil. It's an Alzheimer medication, and that deals with a forgetfulness condition that my doctors could never figure out. So I got that, and then I had Ritalin for a while, but I don't take Ritalin on a regular basis. Probably the last time I took it was a couple months ago. But no, I think I had one tablet left, but like a 1 month supply. And that's the thing that freaks people out. It's like they'll give me all this medicine, but I don't take it. Like I basically take what I need. I'm not against doctors. I took the COVID shot the first time because I was going to die. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody else, but I took the COVID shot so I could join in the clinical experiments. I've hired all these doctors, and they say, "Oh, he doesn't like doctors." Dude, I send doctors pictures of my kids, my dogs. I love doctors. Anyway, so Dr. Dow apparently gets nervous or something, and he sends somebody in my room to try to trade out my dexamethasone, which is controlling my brain edema. That was the thing that was killing me, and he tries to get me to take a medicine that actually is known to cause brain edema and cause intracranial bleeding. Well known to do that. It's an extremely dangerous medication. And then he did some consults and talked to some other people into it. But even a grade schooler can look up those two medicines and find out that I've been to 3 other doctors. Nobody else would do that. But UT Southwest did, because if he got me onto this Avastin, then he'd be able to put me on chemotherapy and never put me back on lorlatinib, which is what I'm on right now. Because I've gone to 2 other doctors, and they say the best thing to do is be on 100% of lorlatinib. Because it doesn't cause me the problems that people want to make up that it causes me. And look, hey, and as far as me staying up, I get just as much sleep as everyone else. I sleep longer. So when I go to like you might go to sleep for like 6 or 8 hours, I'll go to sleep for 12. So I'm getting the same amount of sleep as everybody else. Do you follow me?
Sure.
Just I don't get tired. So which means
I think it's hard to fathom that someone in your condition, can stay up for that long.
Yeah, it's like I've been talking to people out for years. I've been charting it, and I've been trying to I think it was December 22nd of 2022. I had a call with Dr. Tu Dan, and it was really eerie. Like it's a recorded telehealth. I was recording it on 2 screens, and he tried to reduce my dosage of the medication then, but I asked him a basic question would you why change? Okay, he started trying to assess my quality of life from the shoes of other people. I was putting on weight. That was the first time I was pretty much cancer free, and he's talking about moving my medication, but that's when I discovered that doctors, they're not really evidence based. They're actually belief based. They get very stuck on their opinions, and their reasoning is not quite as good as you think. then going through medical records, I'm actually more depressed looking at how they reason things out. A big part of the problem with treating me is that I have a very expansive mind. I think about things that other people don't think about, and I have pretty good reasoning skills, so I come up with some different conclusions. Like with you, we had an impasse before. Why not pray, right? Half your people over there, they want to shout at me, but if they want to stop and pray, I'd do that with them. It's as far as emotional control, I have pretty good emotional control. So you guys are I'll admit it's stressful, but I'm honestly thinking about the police officers, because the police officers all take this sworn oath. How do they swear that when they go home? How do you swear it?
How do you swear it?
How do you swear your oath with preventing me from filing criminal complaints? How does that make sense?
I'm not sure if I'm following.
Oh, well, by law, if someone shows up to file a criminal complaint that hasn't been filed before, the police are supposed to take it. By law.
Well, it varies on what the complaint is. Is it an actual criminal offense?
Oh, absolutely. Let me read your penal code. Yeah, sure. So we have official repression, Texas Penal Code 39.03. A public servant acting under the color of office commits an offense if they intentionally deny or impede another's rights. That's what happens every time I call and they hang up on me. Now, that's a Class A misdemeanor, but it's a third-degree felony if bodily injury occurs. Now, being that I have brain tumors, stress isn't really good for me. Now, abuse of official capacity is Texas Penal Code 39.02. Now, that's a first-degree felony. It's a state jail penalty, a state jail felony, first degree, depending on value and harm. Misuse of government property, services, or personnel for other purposes. Like your people when they call me back and they shout at me. That's misuse of property. So that's first-degree felony. First degree. That's pretty high. And then tampering with government record. So when I dropped off those documents yesterday, and they ended up in hands other than the police department, that is a third-degree felony if the intent is to defraud or harm. And it looks like the intent is to defraud. Because if those charges don't get filed, that's defrauding me. Refusal to create or maintain police reports constitutes tampering by omission. So that's Texas Penal Code 37.10. Then there's obstruction or retaliation. That's Texas Penal Code 36.06. That is preventing or punishing a person for reporting a crime. So preventing or, it's a non-inclusive or, preventing or punishing a person for reporting a crime. That's what's happening. I'm being prevented. So that's a third-degree felony. It's a second-degree felony if threats or harm if threats or harm are involved. So I hope the people stay away from that, because if they start saying that they're going to call the police on me or something else, then it turns into a second-degree felony, and that also applies to the supervisor too, I think. And that's another thing, is that people think that having dispatch do it saves them. No, the supervisor is still covered under misprision, misprision, and that's going to be in your RICO statutes as well, because when you're dealing with conspiracy, that's multiple actors, then you walk into misprision. So legal affairs gets automatically pulled in. They're actually not protected at all. Then there's failure to report certain offenses involving children. Now that's one that affects my son, because my son's been trying to call in his claims. We've given them to his guidance counselor, and they're working their way through GISD now. So we're hoping that we'll get some escalation from there. And I just got off with a state police officer, and he's contacted the Texas Rangers. I'm sure that legal affairs will talk to them too. But if they start hearing it from enough different sources, then the Texas Rangers will come down and see your dispatchers. Then there's so that's Texas Family Code 26.109, but it can also be a felony. Even though it's Texas Family Code, it's a felony if the intent is to conceal. So when he handed over that paperwork to that officer, and it went over to legal affairs, and it seems like it's disappeared, that's a concealment. So that's a state jail felony. That's because the child handed it in, and he's actually signed all 3 of those. So it's yeah. I'm not sure if they run those concurrent or not. And then applicable federal law is 42 U.S.C. 1983, and that's civil action, deprivation of rights, denial of access to law enforcement services under color of laws, and that violates the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection and Due Process Clause. Then there's 42 U.S.C. 1985. This is Uniform Service Code, and that's 42 U.S.C. 1985, conspiracy to interfere with civil rights. That's every time they hang up the phone on me, or even this, like you guys are giving me this diversion line, like why are you treating me different than everybody else? That's discrimination. And then okay, so the agreement between legal affairs and the police to suppress complaints constitutes a conspiracy to obstruct justice. So that is, you guys are definitely in that one. Now, I'm also disabled, so I got the ADA working for me. So that's the denial of access, equal access to disabled individuals is prohibited. So you guys really shouldn't have given me a diversion line, because I'm ADA, which makes it, again, federal. And then obstruction of criminal investigations. Okay, then the penalties for individual actors, supervisors, and other parties. Oh, okay, well, first the obstruction. Willfully endeavoring to obstruct the communication of information relating to federal offense to law enforcement is a federal crime. So willfully endeavoring to obstruct communication of information relating to a federal offense is a federal crime. So even though I have these Texas ones to file, I have a lot of federal ones to file, and you guys are interfering with those too, because everything's getting slowed down. So then there's penalties for the individual actors. This is just for the police. Now, this is just a letter that I wrote to the chief of police. That's not even into the rest of the crimes. So the penalties for the actors. So individual actors, dispatchers, officers, legal affairs staff, soon to be the compliance department, because I'm going to drop some stuff in there, which I have, I need to do, because eventually I'm going to have to sue somebody. The criminal prosecution under state and federal statutes, loss of peace officer's license, that's covered by Texas Occupations Code, Chapter 107. I'm sorry, Texas Occupations Code, Chapter 1701. That's the one that you should be showing your other badged officers. It's Texas Occupation Code, Chapter 1701. Because if they haven't looked at it, and they look at what they're doing, they might be at more risk than they think. And I'm trying to tell people this, but they keep hanging up the phone on me. Now your non-sworn officers, the non-commissioned and the non-sworn, they're exposed at actually to a lesser degree. But they're going to pick up felonies because they're hanging up the phone so much. And then supervisors and commanding staff, they have vicarious liability for subordinates' actions. So, like, whoever's a supervisor, whoever hangs up that phone, both people get tagged for that. It's the same thing like up on the hospital floor, and that's why everybody's running, because everything that happened to me that was done by the techs and the nursing staff, that actually goes back to the doctors and the charge nurses. So there's if I file charges, and if I file Texas Medical Advisory Board, and they actually do an investigation, you guys are going to lose a floor, pretty much, because I was in such bad shape when I showed up. A whole bunch of people had their hands in the pot, and my medical records sure look like it. And then there's an institutional liability for exposure to federal rights, lawsuits, loss of federal. See, and that's the stuff that legal affairs is trying to. See, they're trying to protect the institution, but they're trying to protect the institution. However, they're amoral people, and so what they've done is they've picked you guys to be the sacrificial lamb. Just the sheer number of crimes. So I'm just reading the stuff that gets charged to the police and legal affairs right there. Now, over here I have I have more obstruction of justice retaliation. That's just on 36.06. I think I was up to about, and I put in there about 235 obstructed calls, but I was way more than that. And then there's official repression again, tampering with government records, injury to a disabled person. Oh, harassment and coercion of family members. That occurred when two female psychiatrists acting on the advice of clinical psychiatric RN, what's her name? Alexander Chapman. She interrupted, like, so they came in, they interrupted a family visit, and they tried to get my wife to give consent for me. My wife doesn't have permission to give consent for me. I don't even think my wife was on is on my documents because she gets too nervous about pulling the plug. So so we're just gonna leave up to doctors or.
You have listed as your emergency contact.
For the emergency contact, I think I even took her off for that. I don't know. I'll have to go back through and find it because it just depends on where she is. Like if she's under a lot of stress, I don't put her through it.
But you need to have somebody listed for you.
Not really. Not really. Just if you don't.
Be notified.
Yeah, but I'm in the hospital. Like, where am I gonna go? You know.
What if they need to be notified if you're not with any of them?
Oh, but that wouldn't matter if I wanted one of them to make a decision for me, and I don't.
But you don't. Okay, I understand that, but you don't want them to be notified.
That all depends. Like, if it's going to be too stressful for them, no. I don't want to torture them.
Has all of this not caused stress for them?
This experience has caused a lot of stress. Like my wife and I, my wife left 3 times over me trying to make these calls into the police department. She left 3 times, and we had a very happy marriage.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we had a very happy marriage, and we're trying to put it back together. But it's like she wasn't raised. She was raised with a more let it go tradition, whereas my family was more activist and more in politics. So.
Do you have a good support system? Is your family supporting you with all of this?
Well, it depends. Like, some of them are they're not very acquainted with the law. Those that are acquainted with the law are a bit better. And then those that are acquainted with Christ are really supportive. Yeah. So I have a good prayer life with my family. Okay.
How are they supporting you throughout this?
What do you mean?
Well, are they giving you any advice as to what to do, what you shouldn't do?
Well, what can you they nobody seems to know the law better than me. So it's I have a brother. He's got 9 cases going right now, but he's busy. Okay, then we got harassment and coercion of female members. Like, I'm not a lawyer, but I did work around law firms for a while. Harassment and coercion of female family members. So as far as this thing, I'm probably gonna file it pro se. Tell you the truth. It's only costs you $500 in federal court to file it. And then there's civil rights again, 42 USC 1983. There's the Patient Bill of Rights, it's Texas Health and Safety Code. That comes in and actually turns criminal under Texas Health and Safety Code, Chapter 321. Texas Family Code, Chapter 153, interference with family integrity. That's me and my wife almost getting divorced right there. And also breaking in on the visits. And then professional ethics codes. See, let's go to the next page. I got 20 pages. I got 15 more pages of these.
Okay, I can't.
Well, hey, now are you writing these down? So now this is where we get into the next stuff. So I have criminal negligence resulting in bodily injury. Like I told you, I can only feel 3 fingers on my right. Actually, the 3 fingers on my right hand I can't feel, and then my right leg. Although I can walk, I can't feel it. That's Texas Penal Code 6.03, 22.01, and that's actually tied to that to the nurse on the first day too, and the unsafe hygiene conditions. I also had a guy fall asleep in my room, turn temperature up to 73.9 degrees, put a blanket over his head. I got video of it. That's the other thing. I have 13 hours of audio and video evidence for everything I'm saying. So it's not my words. All I have to do is play the audio and video, and everybody did exactly what I'm saying they did. Because I have an ADA right to record anywhere I go, because of the small memory issue that I had. That was a major part of my disability.
Well, your memory seems to be pretty
Well, no, and that's the thing is that people it's called forgetfulness. So it's like I lose track of pencils, and I lose track of, like, if you read like a string of 7 numbers to me, I'm like, one might drop out, so I might only catch 6 numbers. But if you give me the number as a whole block, I get the whole thing. So if you say like 4,790, like I get all the numbers. But if you said 4790, I might just get 470. So I record stuff that way I can just go back and pick it up. But no, I used to have a photographic memory. Like I used to have a photographic memory. So then, see, Texas Penal Code. What's that?
Have you contacted any other agencies?
Oh yeah, they're all afraid to do anything with UT Southwest. So it's been quite a tour, because I found out I'm finding out, like, Texas HHS, they just closed on one of my criminal investigation, or sorry, one of the health code investigations, and they said they talked to UT Southwest and everything's fine. I talked to 2 legislators and 1 congressman. And actually, three of their staffers were on the phone with while you guys were hanging up, and they couldn't see the problem. Actually, they could see the problem, but the staffers aren't allowed to do anything because the legislators don't want to call for oversight. So I'm going to be sending ethics letters in on them. Already have those written.
Have you heard back from them?
Oh yeah.
Any of the legislators?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've talked with I've had hours of conversations with their staffers, but the legislators are
With the actual official.
No, because they're scared of it. Like Okay, well, ma'am, I have a lot of charges to file and nobody wants to file them. Like, so the legislators, they don't want to be involved. It's politically toxic for them. Because in my district,
So
now UT South, yeah, I've contacted Lance Gooden. The next place is Texas Rangers. But so what I did is I talked to the state police. I talked to
You talked to somebody with DPS?
Oh yes. Now DPS isn't over you. So Texas Rangers is. So the DPS talked to the Texas Rangers for me about the UT Southwestern Police Department. Because the
have you not heard back from them?
No, because I haven't filed mine yet, so I'm letting DPS talk to them first and I'm relaying my information to DPS.
So why don't you just reach out to the Texas Rangers then yourself?
I shouldn't have to, ma'am.
Why not? If you're the complainant.
Well, ma'am, are you a police officer? Because every single one of these charges I'm talking about occurred on the UT Southwestern campus. That means it's your jurisdiction.
We're gonna investigate our own selves.
Well, for that stuff, no. That's like you guys. Now you guys could. Hey, wait. You guys could investigate yourselves. You could root out your bad apples. But what you're supposed to do is go over to legal affairs and arrest the people at legal affairs. That's who you're supposed to arrest, because they're not allowed to tell you what to do.
But if you want to get a neutral investigation,
oh yeah,
reach out to
no, that's good. No, that's where the Texas Rangers, the FBI, and U.S. Marshals come in, and then the United States Department of Justice.
Right.
So,
and what about a federal agency? Have you reached
well,
out
I just mentioned 3 federal agencies: the United States Department of Justice, U.S. Marshals, and the FBI. But it goes the first 2 you hit are the FBI, and then the U.S. Marshals, and then for the civil rights stuff, the United States Department of Justice comes in. But I have plenty of time on that stuff. And then
You have plenty of time. Is that what you said?
yeah, I don't. There's like a 4 year. I got 4 years to file this stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the right now I'm trying to get everybody off the high center and just file the charges in the jurisdiction they're supposed to be filed in. It's like, ma'am, like right now, will you take these charges from me? Will you file? Like, can I file my complaint with you? I have audio and video evidence. Can I file my complaint with you?
Are you gonna forward that stuff to me?
I've already dropped it off. I'll send you an email right now. What's your email address?
No. Are you gonna? I need the evidence that you have. Or the video, the audio.
Well, you're talking to one witness, and my wife and my son are the other witnesses. And the audio and video, you're already in possession of a lot of it because you record the calls, right? So you already have the evidence.
No, but the evidence that supports
Oh well, the evidence of obstruction is on every call that I make to the police department because you're recording your calls, correct? Like this, like I'm recording this call as we're sitting here, but like I'm sitting over here by the computer
This call will be recorded.
and then I can record it on my phone.
This call is no longer being
So,
recorded.
yeah, I can record it. Oh, this one's not a recording line. Interesting. Let's try that again. Is that a sneaky line that doesn't let recordings happen? Because I got a microphone over here, so it's
This call will be recorded.
okay.
This call is no longer being recorded.
Oh, that's no problem. I got. See, you're sitting next to a microphone anyway, so I'm recording the call. So like I hope you're recording the call too. See, so you got to put me on a sneaky line.
This call will be recorded.
I've seen these lines before.
This call is no longer
See,
being
but
recorded.
every other line I can record on. So this is a different line. This is a different kind of line. That you can like some of the.
Let me tell you, this is not a special line.
Okay.
This is just
Well,
given to you
this
so that you
this.
can tie up dispatch.
Oh, I'm going to be calling dispatch anyway because if you don't take the complaint, I have to call somebody.
This call is no longer
Okay.
being recorded.
So now there's evidence tampering. There's evidence tampering and suppress. Hey, there's evidence tampering and suppression. That's Texas Penal Code
Why haven't the
37.09.
Rangers called you back?
Because I haven't called them yet.
Well, but you said you called DPS and they were going to call them.
Right.
Which is it?
I shouldn't have to call Texas Rangers. Because if everybody,
you want to file a complaint.
I want to file a complaint with the police department of jurisdiction. That's you. That's your police department.
That's a state agency. Also.
But okay. But now listen to me. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me for a second. Does UT Southwestern arrest people on the UT Southwestern campus when they commit crimes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yep. So these are crimes on the UT Southwestern campus, right?
I don't know. That.
Okay. Well, let's try this out. Okay. Abuse of official capacity. Ruben Aguilar in hospital operations. If you give me an email address. Actually, I'll post it on YouTube. I'll send you a video of them. I'll give you but my emails are blocked. That's another crime. So you guys have my emails blocked because I send emails out, but they don't get to you.
You've already been told that to stop contacting
That-
certain numbers.
To stop contacting the police. Do you know how illegal that is? Hey, what happens? My daughter goes to UT campus. What happens if she gets raped? You know she can't call the UT Southwest police. The UT police hang up on her. What happens if my daughter gets raped?
No number has been blocked at the university.
No, but my daughter tried to report crimes and your dispatch hung up on her because of her name.
Were they valid crimes?
Yep, every crime I have is valid, ma'am. Every crime. Hey, but you know what you have to do? You have to do the investigation. Okay, yeah, can you please identify yourself?
Lieutenant Loredo.
Okay, Lieutenant Loredo. I know what I believe in, most people don't. Alright. I'm calling the UT Southwestern Police Department.
UT Police 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Yes, I'm calling to report medical battery, criminal conspiracy, and obstruction of justice, but that's a federal matter. I'm calling under Texas Penal Code 15.02. It's a conspiracy charge that has other felonies underneath it. It's Texas Penal Code 15.02, and I'm also notifying you that if you do not take my report, you're in violation of Section 18. I'm sorry, of 18. In case I don't want to get wrong, 18 USC. Of the United States. It's state stuff. I'm sorry, federal stuff. It's the 18 USC 1343. And every time I try to send an email or a phone call and you guys do not allow me to report a crime, the police department is conducting a felony act that carries a maximum sentence of up to 30 years if it's involving healthcare or emergency relief. This happens to be both. Can I talk to an officer, and may I have your name? What's your name?
Absolutely, sir. So just to make sure that I have the correct information here, what was your name, sir?
Oh, Byron Seifert. Byron Seifert. I'm trying to report a crime. Very crimes that carry up to 30 years in prison in a federal prison. Yep.
And have you called up here before, sir?
Oh yeah, I've called probably maybe 20 times, maybe 30 times. All on recorded calls. Yeah.
Understood.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can't pull that up. One moment.
Okay, are you a police officer or dispatch?
This call will be recorded.
Are you a police officer or dispatch?
I'm a dispatcher, sir.
Okay, great. So transfer me to a police officer.
Will do. Give me 1 moment, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, sir. 1 moment.
Sure, no problem. Hi there. I'm calling to report a crime to you under the Texas Penal Code 15.02. It's a felony act, and I want to report the crime as being performed by the Office of Legal Affairs at UT Southwestern. They are the criminal under Texas Penal Code 15.02. And failure to take this charge under your possession and to start an investigation would place the UT Southwestern Police Office under a federal investigation, and because it'd be wire fraud. If you fail to take this, it's wire fraud, and blocking my emails because you guys aren't getting them is wire fraud. So what's your email address? I'll send you an email. If it gets there, it means that you're not going to prison. May I get your email address and your name?
Hey, sir.
Yes. May I get your email address and your name? I'm trying to report Texas Penal Code 15.02, and I need you to charge the Legal Affairs Office with criminal conspiracy to prevent a patient from reporting a crime. Under Texas Penal Code 15.02. That's a felony, and that falls under the responsibility of the UT Southwestern Police Department. You can look it up. That's how the law works. So if you don't take up this charge, then you're subject to federal criminal charges, and that means that the United States Department of Justice takes up this case that you won't take up, and they arrest anybody that I spoke to that didn't start this case, and the criminal penalty is up to 30 years for the wire fraud part, because my emails aren't getting over. What's your email address? I'm going to send you the evidence. What's your email address? I'll send you all the evidence right now. May I have your email address? Is it University Police?
Sir?
Yes. What's the email address for the University of Texas Police? Is it universitypolice@utsouthwestern.edu? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you repeat it for me to make sure that I have it correct?
Sir?
Can you repeat it for me to make sure that I have it correct, or are you going to try to obstruct me?
Sir, are you
Yeah.
going to listen to me?
Oh yeah, I'm listening to you.
Our criminal investigation division opens from 8 to 4. You just missed them.
Wait,
Monday through Friday.
your criminal organization division? I just missed them. Well, what's the email address for them? Because I'm going to send you all the evidence. But I've already reported to you. Are you officer? What's your name, officer?
Sir,
What's your
I
name,
gave you
officer?
information. No, I'm
Officer,
not-
every officer is required by law to state their name when asked. What's your name, officer? The officer hung up on me. The officer hung up on me. No, I tell my children if someone's beating to another. Listen. Down like that. Southwestern Police Department hung up again. Period. I attempted to report Texas Penal Code 15.02 criminal conspiracy. Charges would be fine if my emails continue to be blocked. Period. The UT Southwestern campus has been warned